My descent into falling behind in anime this season has started a bit earlier than normal. For a variety of reasons, a mix of Final Fantasy, Crusader Kings, Formula 1, and just being generally tired, I'm recording these all in one go towards the end of the week. But I've been watching anime, I've still got a few more episodes to watch this season, and I'll be telling you what I think of them in these episodes. What do you think of them? Let me know in the comments, and join me. Because this is a 2022 Spring Anime Preview from a different perspective. First up today is my anime, I'm Quitting Heroing. An anime about a hero called Leo who has added up to here with a shit which villagers are giving him after he's finished defeating the Demon King's army. And so, rather than trying to live a life of being hunted for being overpowered, he decides, screw it, I'm going to go work for a Demon King which I defeated. It's a very different take on the usual genre of hero fighting Demon King. Because here we have a hero who clearly is strong, clearly has already defeated the Demon King, but rather than retiring into a countryside to start a weapon shop or a potion shop, rather than being transported to another world, he just wants to live a life and be useful to someone and not be hated. And he didn't hate the Demon King army. In fact, he kind of appreciates and respects the four generals he fights. When we meet the likes of Lily, a little lolly beast girl who, once he defeats her, she falls in love with him because of, obviously, beast tribes. If you defeat someone, you fall in love with them. You got the likes of Edwald, a big beef burly dragonkin guy who, strongest warrior but super weak to magic. You got Melnus, the roguish one, the assassin, who's just quiet and doesn't really do much. And you got my mage Stainer, who, she's an elf mage, really adorable. She's got almost like darkness vibes about her from a Konosuba, but more intelligent and less masochistic. But all in all, it's going to be a relatively fun cast. I mean, our main Demon King, Echidna, she's also kind of fun in a Sundera kind of way. There's definitely some kind of chemistry going on between the hero and the Demon King. But Mariusha, this one really isn't. Because the Demon King doesn't want anything to do with him. Maybe she's just Sundera because he defeated her and she doesn't want to be seen with a person who bested her. And we don't really get to see much more of promise other than the fact that the Demon King and the hero who wants to join the Demon King army because the villagers don't like him anymore. The characters are likeable, the premise is interesting, and the presentation is nice. It's not overly gritty, it's not overly silly, overly cute. This anime fits me down to a T. I'm definitely going to give this one a few more episodes. You can find it airing over at High Dive. Next up, you've got a sports anime, and unlike the rest of the sports anime which have aired this season, with the exception of that Mahjong short, this one is not a generic male-dominated sports anime. This one is Birdie Wing, Golf Girl's Story. It's a story about two golf girls playing golf. I'll really start talking a bit more about these before I do anyway. Eve is our main character here, and she is a rough and ready character who grew up playing golf in order to live, effectively. She's good at golf, but she doesn't have very many clubs, so she's playing her golf in a very specific way, dominated by the driver, the 7-iron, and the putter. And she uses golf as a way of making money. Rich idiots bet with her, saying, I can beat you for a game, if I win, you'll do something for me. If I lose, then I'm going to give you lots of money. It's almost going to become like a golf mercenary, where she takes on golf quests to earn golf money. And we've got our other main character, Aoi, who is a straight down the middle, nice girl from Japan, loves golf, a golf prodigy, and she doesn't like people who view golf where it shouldn't be viewed. So I can't imagine Aoi and Eve are going to get together and be friends about this, because one views golf as a mercenary sport to earn money, the other one views it as a sacred sport you play to win. But clearly they're going to get along because they're the main characters of this bloody anime. In fact, it's going to be a bloody good rivalry, which also intrigues me. This is what I was talking about sports anime being a generic method to tell the same story multiple times. In some sports anime, you just basically get the same setup. School anime with kids wanting to do sports and using sports as a matter of just becoming friends with people. But Birdie Wing and other sports anime like this one try and tell a different story with the same sport. Again, you get into a lot of cliched tropes. There's already an Ojo-sama, a golf girl, which we have already met. Also kind of cute actually, Kuyo. The caddies obviously best friends, also, I'm not going to call them love interests, but more like idol interests. They idolise their golf friends. And it's going to be about the straight-laced girl finding her rebellious spirit. It's going to be about the rebel girl finding out that golf can be used for more than just mercenary activities. It's definitely going to be watching a few more episodes of them. I do like this type of sports anime. Ones with interesting stories, and well, my biggest takeaway from watching Birdie Wing was the ending theme, which I know it's Venus Line, but I can't hear anything but Penis Line. You should have a listen to yourself, see if you can hear it. You can find it on Crunchyroll. On a completely different note, we come to the psychological horror of Tomodachi Game, an anime about 5 friends who are stolen away, given threats over their debts, and forced to play a cruel game, a game of trust, a game of friendship, but a truly broken, crooked game where one of them could be a traitor, but one of them couldn't be a traitor. There are lots of stories like this, and they often come in the form of psychological horrors, and I'm not a huge fan of them, especially when it's presented in this psychological horror style format, where these friends are just kidnapped and put into a room, and one of them's going to get loaded with loads of debt, and probably there's going to be murders and nastiness all over the place. It's not my type of anime, but we meet our main character here, Yuichi, who is a poor guy. I mean, you can tell he's poor because the anime has him making paper flowers. I think that's the universal Japanese trope of poor person, isn't it? Making flowers in your 1-bedroom apartment. The other characters are all just friends. You got Shiho, who basically likes him, Yutori, who basically likes him, Tenji, who basically likes one of the other girls, and Makoto, who clearly likes one of the other girls. There's not going to be any kind of conflicts there at all, is there? You got the other characters who are probably going to be in the background as well, running the game, and then you got the creepy kid, the Manabu-kun. This 3D CG animated giant mascot character kid who is just freaky. Definitely gives you horror movie vibes, this character. So we're going to turn around and see him with a bloody knife stabbing in your back. Now, for fans of psychological horror, this one's probably worth checking out. But for me, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not keen on watching more of this. I mean, I'll be intrigued to learn where it goes, but I don't have time to watch it, don't even want to watch it. If you want to watch it, you can find it on Crunchyroll. And finally today, we get the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. An anime where the demon lord, the greatest demon lord, decides he doesn't want to live anymore since there's nothing left to live for, and so he decides to resurrect to a better world in the future, and he gets resurrected as a basic nobody. A basic nobody goes by the basic nobody name of Odd Meteor. Yeah, that's not exactly a basic name, is it? Odd Meteor. Well, I suppose lots of doujinshi are probably going to call him Hard Meteor, and where he's going to end up with every single character in the anime wanting to enjoy his Hard Meteor. And the first character we meet who's probably going to want to do that is going to be Irina, who is his childhood friend, let's call her. She's an elf girl, child of a mayor of a town, who is friends with his parents. Now, being a normal kid, resurrected as a basic nobody, there's no way I can do anything silly like using lost magic like flying or teleporting, or casting huge piss off, kill everyone in the area spells, but yes he can. Looks like he hasn't actually lost any of his demon magic, even though he's just a basic nobody. And Irina, the cute elf girl, also can use strong magics. But it's kind of tsundere about it. She doesn't really want to show anyone because people view her as scary, as creepy. So she doesn't really want to get close to Ard either to begin with, but when Ard saves her from being, let's be honest, raped by a bunch of goblins, she basically says, yeah, that's the guy I want to spend time with. We become friends. We don't see them growing up together. We just see him as kids, being saved, and then Ard waking up with Irina in his bed as a young adult, ready to go to college. There's going to be other characters who are basically going to fall in love with Ard, and this one is not a great anime, in case you hadn't guessed that from my description. It's overpowered isekai without the real isekai element. Its Demon Lord resurrects himself as an overpowered character in a normal world, and basically gets every female character to swoon over him. There are better anime which do the same premise better, without the silly strongness about it. I mean, earlier on this episode we had the hero gives up adventuring. That's the same sort of plot line, but rather than being resurrected as a basic nobody with superpowers, the hero decides to get another job. That's a much better prospect to me. I mean, Devil Isn't Part-Time is another one, which is going to be airing next season. Same kind of premise, hero and demon king, and it's more of a romantic comedy. This one just feels like an overpowered isekai without the isekai. If you do want to watch this one, you can find it airing over at Crunchyroll. And so that was I'm Quitting Heroing, Birdie Wing, Tomodachi Game, and The Greatest Demon Lord Reborn as Typical Nobody. 4 new shows of varying quality. What do you think of them? Let me know in the comments, and join me next time and look at 4 more new shows. Thanks very much for watching, have a wonderful day, and bye bye.